Uh-oh. Aha! Hello, everyone. Welcome to my video. Today I'd like to talk about the true Dharma or Nirvana for every people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who wants to attain Nirvana this life, aha! You have to listen to me early. Because I have attained Nirvana for 19 years, I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain Nirvana this life as well. I'm ready. But are you ready? Aha! It's up to you. The topic to speak in this video is the true Dharma is not in the spoken or written language. Why did I say that? Let me explain. Before talking about the true Dharma in Buddhism, let me say something. You know, true happiness in Buddhism doesn't mean we are happy, but it means we can live without wanting happiness and without suffering. Achieving Nirvana is the end of all suffering because there is no cause to be born anymore. Again, true happiness in Buddhism doesn't mean we are happy, but it means we can live without wanting happiness and without suffering. Achieving Nirvana is the end of all suffering because there is no cause to be born anymore. And the various ideas or thought processes have no effect on those who attain Nirvana. And finally, you can live without wanting happiness and without suffering because the suffering and happiness are caused by the thought processes. Please bear in mind. Again, the various ideas or thought processes have no effect on those who attain Nirvana. And finally, you can live without wanting happiness and without suffering because the suffering and happiness are caused by the thought processes. Please bear in mind. You know. A fool believes that suffering, happiness, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, son, treasure, etc. is mine. A fool believes that suffering, happiness, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, son, treasure, etc. is mine. You know. The suffering, happiness, depression, and anxiety doesn't have the owner. The suffering, happiness, depression, and anxiety doesn't have the owner. You know. The true Dharma in Buddhism, the Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana in this life. It means when we die and not to be born anymore. The Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana in this life. It means when we die and not to be born anymore. You know, achieving Nirvana is the end of all suffering because there is no cause to be born anymore. Okay. You know, the following story I will say everything I have already said. I want you to understand about the first idea was thought process because the idea is the heart of quenching of all suffering. And that's it all. I like to talk about the true Dharma in Buddhism cannot teach each other because there is nothing to teach. Dharma or food or Nirvana is not in the Pidok. It's not in the teaching of Monk Ronan, but it's in your thought, it's in my thought. You know, the story in this talk, I say, the true Dharma is not in the spoken or written language, but it's in your thought, it's in my thought. Can you understand me? You know, in this video, I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process because the idea is the heart of quenching of all suffering. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you have to listen to me only. When you listen to me, you must try to understand every story I convey and consider along as I said over and over again until it goes into your heart. Then you will understand it. And finally, you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana this life. You know, what you see now is the story of the Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are teachings that are fundamental to Buddhism. They describe the truth of the universe and the nature of reality. There are 1. Life is unsatisfactory, dukkha. 2. Suffering is caused by craving, samudaya. 3. To end the craving is the end of suffering, Nirvana. And 4. To end craving, follow the Buddha's path, which is called the Magga. Let me explain. You know, as I said, I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process because the idea is the heart of quenching of all suffering. You know, what you see now, you were taught to believe. What you see now, the Four Noble Truths, you were taught to believe. This is true Dharma in Buddhism. Let me explain. You know, the true Dharma in Buddhism is not about spoken or written language. What you see now is written language. If I say the four, if I say the Four Noble Truths, I say the Four Noble Truths. That means spoken language. I say the Four Noble Truths become written language. The Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths is written language. I say the Four Noble Truths is spoken language. Can you understand me? You know, in this video, I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process. You know, as I told you, what you see now is the story of the Four Noble Truths. What you see now is the story of the Four Noble Truths. When you read this story, you have to think according to the meaning of the fictional language. You can't understand in the meaning of the language because you were taught to believe in the meaning of the language. while you are reading this story, there will be the various idea or thought processes happen in your thought. Can you understand me? While you are reading the story of the Four Noble Truths, there will be the various idea or thought processes happen in your thought. Can you understand me? If anyone can realize their own thoughts, why? If you can realize your thought while you are reading the story of the Four Noble Truths, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end suffering. And then you will find the true Dharma in Buddhism, because the true Dharma in Buddhism is not in the spoken language, it's not in the written language, it's not in Pratapidok, it's not in the teaching of Monk Ronan, but it's in your thought, it's in my thought. Again and again, as I said, I told you, while you are reading, you think according to the meaning of the fictional language. For example, while you are reading, the Four Noble Truths are teaching that are fundamental to Buddhism. While you are reading, the Four Noble Truths are teaching that are fundamental to Buddhism. Can you realize your thought? Can you realize your thought? There will be the various idea or thought process in your thought. There will be the various idea or thought processes happen in your thought. This is true Dharma in Buddhism. If you can realize your thought while you are reading the story of the Four Noble Truths, if you can realize your thought, while you are reading the story of the Four Noble Truths in Buddhism, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering. And finally, you will find the true Dharma in Buddhism, because the true Dharma in Buddhism is not in Pratapidok, it's not in spoken or written language, but it's in your thought, it's in my thought. Again, as I told you, while you are reading the story of the Four Noble Truths, you have to think according to the meaning of the fictional language. You can't understand in the meaning of the language because you were taught to believe in the meaning of English. Can you understand me? While you are reading, the Four Noble Truths are teaching that are fundamental to Buddhism. There will be the various ideas or thought processes that happen in your thought. Can you realize your thought? If you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering. Okay. Meow, meow, meow. Bah, bah, bah. Meow, meow, meow. You know, the following example can help you to understand about the various idea or thought processes, because the idea is the heart of quenching of all suffering. You know, let me explain. In this video, I want you to understand about the various idea or thought processes until you can realize your thought. Until you can realize your thought. That means you find the true Dharma in Buddhism. That means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering. I like to show you. You know, as soon as you see this word, that cat, the meaning of cat is the various idea or thought processes. As soon as you see this word, that cat, You think according to the meaning of the fictional language, the meaning of cat will lead to what you see now. You know, can you realize your thought? As soon as you see this word, cat, there will be an image like this in your thought. This means various ideas or thoughts processed. Can you realize your thought? As soon as you see this word, there will be what you see now. We were taught to believe this is a cat in your thought. And as soon as you see this word, goat, bah, the meaning of goat will lead to what you see now. Bah, bah. The meaning of goat will lead to what you see now. Can you realize your thought? This means the various idea or thought processed until you can realize your thought. And as soon as you see this word, we saw that a bottle of water, the meaning of a bottle of water will lead to what you see now. You were taught to believe what you see now is a bottle of water. As soon as you see this word, which wrote that a bottle of water, a bottle of water is fictional language. The meaning of the fictional language will lead to what you see now. This is a bottle of water. As soon as you see this word, which wrote that a bottle of water, there will be an image like this in your thought. Can you realize as your thought? This means the true Dharma in wisdom to end of all suffering. In the same way. As I told you, in the same way. As soon as you see this word, which wrote that a bottle of water, you can read it. You can understand in the meaning of a bottle of water. There will be an image in your thought. In the same way, as soon as you see the story of the Four Noble Truths, as soon as you see, you can read it. The Four Noble Truths are teachings that are fundamental to Buddhism. As soon as you see the story of the Four Noble Truths, you can read it. You can read it and understand in the meaning of the Four Noble Truths. There will be the various ideas or thought processed in your thought. But the meaning of the Four Noble Truths, the meaning of the Four Noble Truths, it doesn't have anything. The meaning of Four Noble Truths cannot be seen. The meaning of Four Noble Truths, the meaning of Four Noble Truths is the fictional language. Can you realize your thought? The meaning of Four Noble Truths, as soon as you see this, the Four Noble Truths are teachings that are fundamental to Buddhism. You can understand in the meaning of it. Can you realize your thought? You can understand in the meaning of the Four Noble Truths. It doesn't have the impact. but it has something in your thought. Can you realize your thought? As soon as you reach the story of the Four Noble Truths, the Four Noble Truths are teaching that are fundamental to Buddhism. You can understand in the meaning of it. You can understand in the meaning of it. That means there will be the various ideas or thought processes in your thought. Can you realize? Can you realize your thought? Until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end false suffering again and again, as I told you. I show you. As soon as you see this word, which wrote that a bottle of water, the meaning of a bottle of water will lead to what you see now. But the meaning of Four Noble Truths, it doesn't have the image, but it has something in your thought. We call the various ideas or thought processes. Can you understand me? You know, the true Dharma in Buddhism cannot teach each other because there is nothing to teach. The true Dharma in Buddhism is universal truth. It doesn't have the fictional language to say. True Dharma in Buddhism is not in spoken or written language, but it's in your thought. It's in my thought. Until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end false suffering. Please bear in mind.